Good evening, my friend. That's head is in the shape of a shaft. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. Fucking head. Yeah. If my head's the shape of a shaft, what's yours the shape of?
Mine's the
A,
shape of some good-looking rooster, mate.
a testicle head with
How-
eyebrows.
My shaft. I mean, my good-looking friend. Well, tonight's video, we're going to roll straight into NRL round 21 tips.
Mm,
And
mm,
as I like to
mm.
mention, I know you can search YouTube and there's hundreds of other people talking about it, but they're all
But
shit.
we've said it before.
We are the best.
Was the best.
The best there is, the best there was, and unfortunately, the best there ever will be. So don't listen to those other brainless funguses. They know nothing.
How'd you go last week?
Good. Not too bad.
What'd you get?
One less than you.
Yes, I got six.
But my other one, the bloody week, the whole of season, I'm up there.
I got six.
All the home teams, mate.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Last game. Was it
let's
last game?
okay.
Um, yeah. Oh, bloody last game. Bulldogs let me down.
There you go.
So, but no, I'm good to go when you're ready, mate.
All right. Let's
First game.
first game. I have gone. I was umming and ahhing for a long time here, and
You
I
reckon?
have gone the Warriors over there.
Yeah.
I think they're going to get it. They need a win.
And
Um,
they didn't play too bad last week.
no, not in
Uh,
the losing team. I like RTS at fullback.
yep.
Look, uh,
Yep. No, I agree.
pretty
Tamari Martin is playing a lot better footy than Sean Johnson at the moment, even though, yeah, when Johnson's injured and when Johnson's on the field, rather. Fanua Blake, Wade Egan's back. Um, fit. Mitch Barnett after a week rest.
I think
They'll
that
be too,
they
too
need a
good, I
kick.
think.
They need
I
someone.
think, yeah, Tigers will be good for 50 minutes, maybe.
Papa Lee is back.
Yep.
It's his old club.
But Warriors at home.
Yeah, man.
Does
That
it's an earlier game? Oh, what's that?
6 o'clock.
Thursday night. Oh
No,
no, first game's on a Friday.
Friday night 6 o'clock. We've got
Yeah.
yeah. So no Thursday night game, and that
So
young.
two on Friday. That just means there's three on Sunday, does it?
Yes,
Okay, cool. Yep, nah, Warriors. Or
lovely.
as Gus Gould says, we'll say he just says the Warrior.
The Wars. Yeah, and Adam Dewey's out too, so I think that's going to affect them. Second game Friday night, 8 p.m. Eels versus the Storm. Look, that's an easy one. Melbourne Storm aren't on top for nothing, and I think they'll give them a good flogging.
Yeah, I agree. And they ended up winning pretty comfortably against the Roosters on the weekend too. It was a close game for 60 minutes. Then the last 20 minutes, the Roosters, sorry, the Storm were just too good. Interesting. Did you hear,
Munster's named in jersey 20 something.
yeah, so he's got to get through two sessions this week before he can play.
Yeah.
They're saying. Also, oh fuck. Sorry. Um, Jason Riles has come out and said that Trent Barrett's free to look elsewhere.
Yeah.
He doesn't want him.
No, and that's fair enough. If you're taking over a club as the first, rookie head coach, you want it your way, you know.
Yeah, but
I
no,
like, I like how they've got Logo on the bench. Gee, I love watching him play. Um, he's a live wire.
mm,
Jack Howarth at centre. Gee, isn't he good to watch?
Jack Howarth. Yeah. I was listening to him talk about him the other night, and originally, Bellamy wasn't happy with the way he was progressing. So apparently, Jack Howarth it was in the same Australian schoolboys team as the Hammer, and all those that era coming through,
Yeah, that
but didn't sort of progress as quick as them. So that's why he's always everyone for the last 2 or 3 years is saying, "Oh, Jack Howarth, watch out for Jack Howarth." but he obviously hasn't got there as quick as what some people might have thought.
Yeah,
But
but he's
he's a
played
first
better
grader.
footy. He's played for NZ.
He's a first grader now. So
No, he played a couple of games before he made his first grade debut, which is very interesting. But yeah, who's your tip?
yeah, Storm. Eels are on the bottom for a reason. No, Mitchell Moses. I don't know what's going on there.
He's out for the season surgery. Bicep
Moses season.
season. Bicep.
Okay, there you go.
Um, Moving on to the first game, Super Saturday. Our beloved Broncos, 3 p.m. against the Dogs, Suncorp Stadium. I
Hmm.
am going the Broncos. They look finally half decent when Reynolds is steering the ship.
Yeah,
Back line, I'm happy with the back line. Um, Obviously, Kobe Hetherington's starting because Pierre Cour is injured, but he is listed in the reserves. I don't know
yeah.
how I feel about having two hookers on the bench.
I think Pirakura will play.
He's
I think it's just precautionary.
groin
Uh,
injury.
I don't like Kobe Hetherington in the back row, to be honest. I don't think he can move laterally quick enough, and I think that's a worry. Um, Two hookers on the bench. Look, it's something the Broncos have always done. Is it right? I don't know.
Absolutely not.
Um, but I'm glad it's Blake Moser.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
he's the number nine. He's got to be the number nine starting next year.
I think Billy still doesn't know the difference between the right time and the wrong time to run the ball. He's still running the ball at stupid times. Um,
In saying
but
that,
that's
you look at the Bulldogs team; it looks pretty good.
Bulldogs are full strength.
Yeah, on paper they look pretty good.
Preston's starting. He's back. But it's the closest the Broncos have been to full strength since round 8, round 9.
Yeah,
So look, if the Broncos can defend like the Broncos of 23, they'll win.
sweet. So we both obviously got the same tip there.
Yeah, Brisbane.
Second game, Super Saturday, 5:30, Queensland at Country Bank Stadium. My missus is going to that game.
Mm.
Um, Cowboys versus the Sharks. Look, I am going the Sharkies. Obviously, they've got their fullback suspended. Rest of their team, I think, will get the job done.
I think Will Kennedy's a loss. Um, Even though Nico's as overrated as I think he is, he's not there. Um, I think the Cowboys on the back of their big win against the Bulldogs, I think they can back it up. Cowboys got a good run home, a lot of games at home.
Yeah,
Uh, and Drinkwater didn't really show up against the Bulldogs. He was very quiet. Only got me 37 points or something in Supercoach, or very little, less than 50 anyway.
yep.
I think the Cowboys.
So you're going. Well, there we go. We got one different.
That Jackson Purdue, did you watch him? He's not too bad.
He's not.
He's probably a better version of Labert.
Is that the bloke? That's the bloke that got injured, wasn't it?
Labert got injured, yeah. I reckon this Jackson Purdue is probably a little bit better version of that.
Yeah.
So,
One of
well, he
the
must be pretty good because he's pushed Val Holmes out to the wing.
Yeah. No, he's one of the mothers at playgroup. He used to be his teacher, and apparently she still sees him around, and he still calls a miss.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
To see something.
Elam Lukey played a really good game on the weekend.
Yep.
Uh, I think the Cowboys.
All right. No, well, we're allowed to have one different, mate. I think this is the match of the round. The last game, Super Saturday, 7:35. You got Roosters against the Sea Eagles. I am backing the Roosters. I think they're going to come back after that loss to Melbourne with the point to prove. I like Spencer Leniu starting with Lindsay Collins. That's a pretty good front row pack.
Yeah. No, I agree. I didn't see Spencer. Mind you, I haven't really had a close look at the teams just yet. Um,
Well, have a look at their
yeah,
forward pack, 8 to 13. That's hard to beat.
every one of them has represented their state or country or something. So,
Correct. Well,
um,
you look. So Lenu, Origin. Collins,
yeah,
Origin. Crichton, Origin. Watson,
Brandon Smith, New Zealand hooker.
Brandon Smith, New Zealand hooker. Victor Radley, I don't.
He's a pom. He's a pom. He's played
Yeah,
for England.
yeah. And
So Connor Watson, New South Wales.
yeah,
Brighton, Wally Lewis medalist. Um, mate, if that team can show up on the day, that team can win the comp. Let me
absolutely.
tell you that now. That forward pack is an international forward pack. So
I took the field.
and
I'd move
mate,
inside, let them run right past me.
on paper, it's arguably the best 13 in the competition on paper. You
Yeah,
look at the back, Tedesco, Sualali, Dom Young. It's just whether or not the halves can get him around.
yeah. Obviously,
Daniel Twin Shits.
mm.
What do you think of Tupanua in the centers?
I like it. I think Bulldogs have picked up a really good player for next year.
I was just about to say, did you know that?
I don't think he'll
Yeah,
play in the
no,
city there.
Roosters for the win, mate. But Manly is a team that you don't know which team's going to show up. So it could be, like you said, match of the round.
I
But Broncos Bulldogs is going to be a bloody good game too.
yes.
Hmm.
3 games on Sunday. Moving on. 2 p.m. Win Stadium. Dragons versus Penrith. Look, Dragons are playing exciting footy to watch. However, I think Penrith get the job done. I think they're too strong in that department, especially with
Yeah, Dragons have been tough this year.
Dane Laurie is playing pretty good football as a fill-in for Dylan Edwards. Uh,
Yeah.
their forward pack's the same that it's been pretty much the last couple of years. Um, and I just think, I think they'll get the job done. What's your tip?
Yeah, you can't back against Panthers at the moment. Um, I was gonna say I sent you that screenshot of that link the other day. Brian To'o asking for a release to go join Drone Luai at the Tigers.
Yeah, well, does he get released? How long's he signed for?
Well, see, this is this is an area that I've questioned over the last 12, 18 months. So if a player wants out of a contract, for example, Ben Hunt wanted out of St. George, yeah,
Yep.
wouldn't let him go. St. George put their foot down. No, you can't go. You got a contract. But
Yep.
on the other token, if a player's got 2 years left on his contract and the club says you're free to look elsewhere, we don't want you anymore. What's the difference there? And the player what if the player puts his foot down and says, no, I want to stay at the club. But the
You
club says, no, you're free to go. You're released.
you got to look. The club's probably looking at if they're leaving as a free transfer. Do they get money for them? Are they going to have to pay a certain amount of a player's wage if they leave? There's a lot of factors that go
No,
into that.
I'm talking about what the power of the contract.
A
If
contract.
a player's got a 2 year contract, right?
Yep.
He's played 1 year. The club weren't happy, and they say, right, we're releasing you. We don't want you anymore.
Well,
The
they can't
player's got
release.
he's got a contract signed for another year. So why can't he put his foot down and say, no, I'm not going anywhere? What's the
They,
difference? What's the difference between that and Ben Hunt, say, for example, having a 2 year contract saying, no, I want to go, leave my contract early, and the
yeah.
club says, no, you can't because you've got a contract. What's the difference?
Well, the difference is you either want it at the club or you're not. And if you've got a
Yeah,
contract and the club wants you to go, the only way they can get rid of you or terminate your contract is obviously those what do they call them? The like
get
uh,
out, get out clauses.
no, if you fuck up, bring the club in disrepute, whatever they can
Yeah,
terminate the contract, that
yeah,
sort of
yeah.
stuff. Otherwise, you can be playing reserve grade. You look at those other players that get long contracts, 4 or 5 years, right? They play really good football. In the last
Yeah,
year or two, they're shit football, but they take their
yeah.
player option and they're playing reserve grade.
I guess what I'm trying to say is if a player wants out of his contract early and the club says no, a club shouldn't be able to, if they sign a player for 2 years, they shouldn't be able to cut him off his contract. You know what I mean?
But prime
Play
example,
him out his 2 years.
prime example, Brent
I
Naden.
know, I know it's a business and all that sort of stuff, but
He signed for good money. He left Penrith and went there good money, and he's not playing to that potential. Right now, if I'm the owner of a club or the CEO of a club, I don't want that
so who are
player.
we talking about here?
Brent Naden.
Oh, Cocaine Nathan. Yeah.
So played, signed over there on good money, starting centre, but he hasn't lived up to his what do you call it? He's playing.
Oh,
He's in.
he 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 hasn't had a fucking. He's never been much really. He's been a good mover when he's in the open, but
We're
that's
getting
about it.
sidetracked here, mate.
Yeah, I know.
We're on to the second last game, 4:05, Suncorp Stadium, Dolphins versus Titans. Look, the way the Dolphins played against Penrith, I'm tipping the Dolphins for the win.
Yeah, agree.
Like they're both
Um,
pretty much full strength teams when you look at it.
yep.
Um, Still don't know what's wrong with Brimson.
He's a
I-
lost cause. He's
Yeah,
a lost cause. He's look.
he's signed a long contract there too.
Remaining on the sideline as he continues to rehab from a groin injury.
I think he's just got to take the year. So obviously Titans, I don't think are going to make the
He's
game.
playing with his dick too much or something. I don't know. Yeah, I think they got to cut him for the rest of the year. To be honest,
Let him recover.
Keanu Keeney,
Keanu Keeney, he
Keanu
deserves
Keeney,
that.
he needs to be starting fullback.
Yeah,
No, I agree, mate. Dolphins for the win there. Too easy. So, look, I think Titans will be good for 30 minutes, like they were against Manly.
yeah.
Not yeah, Manly. Sorry, for 20 minutes, and look, Titans were leading Manly 8-0, then just went to shit. So, um, who knows? But the Titans are a funny team. You don't know which team's going to rock up.
No, you don't.
But I think the Dolphins should win.
Lovely. Last game of the round,
Mm.
6:15 p.m. GIO Stadium. I am still on the edge of this one, and I don't know what to pick. You've got the Raiders at home hosting the Rabbitohs.
Yeah.
I honestly, I have not circled who I'm going for yet because I honestly don't know.
I do. I'm just going to double check something real quick. Um, I can't remember what the score was last week. Yeah, Warriors. Sorry, Raiders 20-18. Warriors. Um, I'm picking the Raiders simply because they're at home. Um, yeah, still no Latrell. Um, I I don't know. Raiders
I can't
simply because they're at home, mate.
I can't tell you yet, mate, because I honestly don't know. I'm
It's all
going
right.
to leave that
You
one.
can pick the Rabbitohs if you want. You can pick the Rabbitohs.
Yes.
That
But
way we'll have two different.
yeah, yes.
Then I
Well,
can get closer to you up on the ladder.
you can. But yeah, that's our expertise advice on who to tip and why. Does it mean we're right?
Uh,
Absolutely not.
yeah. I'll just look at my super coach team.
Yeah. So
On
tomorrow's video we'll do buy, hold, sell
all right. All right.
in each position.
Yep, happy with that. I've only got 6 trades left.
Not 15.
Mm,
But I'll be saving them for the run home for the semis, doing
yeah.
like getting rid of two shit players to bring in, say, Angus Crichton. You know what I mean? Things like that. Get that
Yep.
good, strong run home. He's
Mm-hmm.
dropped in price too. He's in the 700. Anyway, we'll talk about that tomorrow. But
Right out.
yeah, that's NRL round 21 tipping. What do you reckon? Happy?
I'm always happy. That's a lie, but nah, good to go, mate. I've got me eight out of eight, guaranteed. I might put a multi win myself $1 million.
Well, we finally had a win on the weekend with the old bet with mate.
Oh, our first one in how long?
It was 2 games too late. We did our
Yeah.
first top up in how long? We had a pretty good run, but
First top up for the year.
well, we didn't top up at the start of the year because we had money in there.
Did we?
Yeah, we
We
started.
topped up. No, we topped up.
Did we?
We topped up. Yeah, 100% we did.
Oh, well, you got a better
It's our first top up of the year. But mind you, we're putting a multi on every game. We're doing all the bingos.
Yeah, but it's lasting. It's good fun.
So we're pumping in what 30, $50 a week on games.
Yeah,
8 games times five. That's what's that? $35 plus bingos. That's 45.
but some obviously there's buys and that. The last 6 weeks have been all shorter rounds and that.
So no, we've done all right considering.
Yeah, sweet
We just got
as.
to start tipping a bit smarter, I think, with our try scorers.
Yes.
So no, I'm happy if you're happy, mate.
No, happy days. Well, if you made it this far, thanks for listening. We greatly appreciate it. If you'd like to, consider hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell. You'll know when the next video is up. And yeah, thank you very much. And we'll catch you on the next one. See
Peace
you
out,
later.
homie.
Bye bye. Shaft.